What's up YouTube? Today I'll be showing you how to make a Jordan 6 Low Custom, the one we have here, DMP. I call it the Jordan 6 Low DMP. This video is going to be different from what I usually post, but I figured you guys can watch this and make this shoe because it came out really clean. And the base shoe was a Jordan 6 Chrome. It just released not too long ago. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys what items you guys need and some extra things you can have, but it's not necessary. So to start off, we need the acetone. That's used for taking the coating of the shoe. When they make the shoe, there's a coat they put afterwards so the paint stays, and that's the acetone. You take the color off, also you take the silver off the shoe. So next we need the gold paint. I use the gold Angelus paint just by itself. I don't mix it with any other colors. Then we need black paint, just a flat black acrylic leather paint. And then we need this Angelus matte acrylic finisher. And then we need Angelus Dueler, and a gold Sharpie, a brush, different size paintbrushes, and the optional items are the plate and these droppers. I got them from Joann's. I put the matte and the Dueler in here so I can drop it like this so it's easier. That's optional. You can get it at Joann's. For those of you who are wondering where you can get the Sharpie, the pack comes like this. It's the Sharpie Metallic. It comes with 2 gold Sharpies, 2 silver, and 2 bronze, so we need the gold. And also this organizer we have here, we also bought it from Joann's. It's really good for keeping your paint and additional accessories inside. So this video will be different from others because I won't actually be doing a time lapse of how to make it, but I'll give you detailed step-by-step instructions so you can create this at home. I'm gonna show you how to make this shoe. So I forgot to mention, you also need these cotton wipes. They look like this, or you can use cotton balls. Basically, the first thing you're going to want to do is to take the shoe and you're going to put the acetone. You're going to apply some of it onto here, and then you're going to start rubbing on the midsole of the shoe to take off the silver paint and to take off some of the black paint, because you need to take off the finish they have on so the paint applies and smoothly onto the shoe. Make sure you do this step. After you take out the first coat, I have some pictures I took throughout making the shoe, so I'll throw them into the video so you guys can see how the shoe looks like. It'll help you guys out a lot. So once you take off the first coat, what you're going to want to do next is take the brush and you're going to start brushing off the shoe so all the cotton comes out, so everything is clean. A lot of people like to unlace the shoe before you start, but I didn't do that because it's a really big hassle to lace it back up because they have it really specifically laced. And some people can change this metal, what's this called? Lace lock here, and you can buy on eBay like a gold and black one to match with the shoe, but I just left it on there. If I sell this pair, they can do it themselves. So after you take off the excess cotton, you're going to want to let the shoe dry. So after the shoe dries, you can start hitting it with the gold. So the way I did my pair was I did not use tape. I did not tape off the two parts that separate. Instead, I just painted it gold and then I painted it black afterwards with the flat black. So I'll show you guys pictures of the coats. So you're going to take the gold paint and you can just open it and use it directly out of here, or you can pour it into the palette. And then you're going to take your brush hold on one sec. You take your brush and then you start applying the gold paint. You're gonna need about, I would say 20 layers to get it to look like this. It may seem like a lot, but you need a lot of patience to do it. So once you get the gold on, I'll show you a picture of the first, second, third, fourth, etc. All the coats I did to get it to eventually look like this. You don't have to paint it perfectly. You can paint it like this, and then if it gets on the edge right here, it's okay because you're gonna finish it with that black paint afterwards. Just make sure it does not get on the rubber right here, and same as here, you just paint it like this. You have to make sure you give it about a minute to 2 minutes to dry before applying another coat, because if it's still wet and you paint over it, you're not gonna do much. You're just gonna make it really nasty. It's not gonna turn out good. Smooth like this. So after you hit it with 15 coats, 15 to 20 gold coats, you're going to want to let it dry completely, and then you're going to start painting it black over afterwards. So you want to paint it really slowly to make sure it doesn't touch right here. See right here, it's not 100% perfect, but it's still okay. So after you painted it black, you can start painting this part. This is the Jumpman. For this part, all you do is paint it gold with the thinnest brush. You dip it in and you go over it like this, but really slowly, and make sure you don't touch the outside, and it'll come out like that. So after we have that painted, this is optional, but you can also paint the Jumpman in the back. You don't use the gold paint, you use the gold Sharpie, and you paint it right here. You just, here, let me show you. You just go over it like this. Just like that. And then the shoe still needs the coat, the finishing coat, and I'm gonna teach you how to make that formula. You're gonna take your mat and you're gonna drip it into a pallet or a little container, wherever. You're gonna use 10 drips of mat, 10 drops, and into that you add 1 drop of Dollar. You only use 1 drop of this. It's really strong. So you have 10 mat and 1 Dollar. After you make that mixture, so I can use 30 drops and 3 drops of this. After you make that mixture, you just take your thick brush and you paint it over it. After everything's dried, you just paint it over. I would just give it like 2 coats and it'll just be a matte finish and the paint won't come off. So we have the midsole all painted. We have the Jumpman in the back painted, the Jumpman in the front painted, but we still have this rubber part in the back we need to do. This part right here is very tricky. This is rubber, so paint does not stick well on there. I tried to use the gold paint, but since it's such a light color, it does not stick on here. So instead, I just came up with the idea to use the gold Sharpie. I just painted it over it used to be silver, and then right after that, you don't have to do a perfect job. If you get the sides gold, because you probably will, you use the black matte paint with the thin brush and you go over it one more time to get that gold finish. But since this is rubber, this is not guaranteed to stay. It's on, maybe you need after a couple wears you need to reapply the gold Sharpie. So here we have it, the DMP 6 Low, and this hang tag is from the Defining Moments pack. I just took it, Air Jordan 6, and I put it on here for display. So here we have the Air Jordan 6 Low DMP custom. This is the first custom I've ever made. I would say the difficultness out of 10 would be like maybe like a 3, but it does take a lot of time and patience to get it to look good like this. I would say I did a pretty good job for my first custom. Right here on the bottom, I tried, you can use the Sharpie and hit the Jumpman with it, but after one wear it's going to come off. But if you're just putting it for display, that's definitely a nice touch. So we have it, dead stock, size 10, DMP 6. Here's one more look at it. And I hope you guys make this custom, and I hope it turns out great for you guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know and I'll try to answer them. So here we have it again. Lace lock can always be swapped out. That's up to you. So thank you for watching, guys.